A little explanation about Kumi Tachi 1 to 6. So the Kumi Tachi is basically, it's a bokken movement, working with a sword line, a sword cut in different directions. So 1 to 6, loosely based on the Kumi Tachi of Saito Sensei, it comes from a Sai Sensei. But the Kumi Tachi 1 to 6 is a very useful way of helping you to change your body and cut in different ways and manage the space. So I'm going to walk you through Kumi Tachi 1 to 6, what we call the Uke Tachi roll and the Uchi Tachi roll. So with the Jo we have the Uke and the Uchi, where the Uke finishes the kata, and in the bokken, the Kumi Tachi, we have the Uke Tachi and the Uchi Tachi, where the Uke Tachi finishes the kata. And so, yeah, a little bit similar to Uke and Tori in Aikido, how things work in Uke and Tori, except that Tori normally finishes the kata in the technique in Aikido. So it's Uke Tachi finishing the movement in the bokken, or the Kumi Tachi. So I'm just going to show you first the Uke Tachi roll, and then the Uchi Tachi roll for each Kumi Tachi. So Kumi Tachi number 1. Kumi Tachi number 1, Uke Tachi roll. So Uke Tachi opens with a little shift back, lifting as if it's going to do shomenuchi, shifting back a little bit. And then actually making shomenuchi, shifting forwards, or kuriashi. Then response to Uke Tachi's movement will be yokomen on my right side. So I step back with my right leg, shomenuchi at a slight angle, and step back with the left leg at a slight angle. So there's 2 yokomenuchis coming from Uchi Tachi. So I'll just show you that again. Uke Tachi's roll, raising the sword, shifting back, shift forward, shomen, right leg steps back, shomen, left leg steps back, shomen. Then Uchi Tachi, responding to that. It might help if I was to turn this way, but then you'd see my back. I'll do it at an angle like this. What Uchi Tachi is doing is responding to the opening of Uchi Tachi by shifting forwards, making a ski. Then as the shomen comes down, stepping out to the left, making a sitting stance and holding the hands at head height, protecting the head, pointing the bokken to Uke Tachi. Then Uchi Tachi steps forward, left leg yokomen, and then with the right leg yokomen. Let's do that again. So right leg forward. So we have responding to Uke Tachi, shift ski, protect to the left side yokomen, right side yokomen. Okay, Kumi Tachi number 2, Uke Tachi's roll. Uke Tachi raises the bokken to the low section in yokomen, then attacks the wrist of his or her partner, then receiving a ski from Uchi Tachi, responding with pressure on the bokken, and take it back, shomenuchi. Then exactly the same 3 moves, receive, apply pressure, shomen again. So you do that, those 3 moves twice. So let's repeat that. So it's up, low section yokomen, attack the wrist, step back, receive, pressure, shomen, receive, pressure, shomen. Then Uchi Tachi's roll, I'll do it from this side. Tachi's roll, so synchronously with Uke Tachi, raising the bokken, dropping into low section yokomen, while Uke Tachi attacks the wrist, Uchi Tachi receives it underneath. So deflects or counters by rolling the bokken underneath the bokken of Uke Tachi, and then stepping forward to ski. Then from the pressure from Uke Tachi, it goes over the shoulder, making yokomen, going under the bokken of the partner, stepping forward again, receiving the pressure, yokomen, finish. So we do that. Uke Tachi's roll. 1, section yokomen, roll underneath, left side forward ski, yokomen on the other side, roll underneath, left side forward ski, and yokomen on the right side. Kumitachi number 3, Ukitachi's roll. So applying pressure to the left, turning the bokken to the left, receiving a yokomen from Uchitachi on the right side, driving that right leg forward and the arms forward into a thrust to the neck, kiri slice to the neck, and then left leg back, shomenuchi. So let's go through that again. Turning the bokken to the left, applying pressure, receiving a yokomen, right through, back shomen. Uchitachi's roll, receiving that pressure, roll it over the head, and then protecting underneath, step forward, yokomen. And again, receiving that pressure, roll it over the head, shift to the side, protect the head, step forward, yokomen. Kumitachi number 4. So both rolls, both Ukitachi and Uchitachi, start with a step back, making more space between each other. Then Ukitachi will make the opening invitation. And then both at the same time, simultaneously, both driving forwards, connecting the bokken. Then, without any further impulse from Ukitachi, Uchitachi goes to the other side. So Ukitachi immediately steps back, receives it, gives the impulse, steps back, and makes shomen with the right leg forward. Let's go through that again. So both making a step back, Tachi steps back, entering, receiving, an impulse, and shomenuchi. Let's do that again. Both make a step back, opening, entering, receiving, apply pressure, and shomen stepping back. Uchitachi's roll. So both make a step back, both joining after the invitation of Ukitachi. Then without the impulse from Ukitachi, just changing side. Left side ski, receiving the impulse, yokomen. Again, step back. Wait for the opening, opening comes, ski. Ski to the other side, receiving impulse, yokomen. Kumitachi number 5. Kumitachi number 5. Ukitachi begins with opening to the side, like this, making an invitation like this. So the body's completely open. Then Uchitachi will attack shomen. Ukitachi goes underneath the shomen to the left, right leg forward. For this movement, it's important to do the right foot first and then the left foot. 1, 2. So from there, right leg forward. Make the opening, 1, 2. A little bit like the first move of Kumitachi number 1, except that you move the front foot first, not the back foot. Front foot and then the back foot. Yokomen, yokomen, approaching each other, lifting the sword, so there's a struggle going on between Uke and Uchi at that point. And then stepping forward, turning, dropping Jaki yokomen. And then Ukitachi finishes with a cut down the middle line, shomenuchi. So let's go through those moves again. So from there, opening to the side, the right side. 1, 2. Yokomen, yokomen, up. Low section yokomen, step back, shomen. Uchitachi's roll, receiving Ukitachi's movement. On the opening, making a shomen shifting forward, Koyashi. A shomen receiving the yokomen of Ukitachi, and again, shomen stepping back. Both making this move, raising the sword, hitting the senkan, dropping the sword. Uchitachi steps forward, yokomen. And finally, Kumitachi number 6. So Ukitachi steps forward, raising the bokken. At that point, Uchitachi is in Wakikanai. And then Uchitachi will attack by going underneath, cutting up with the sword. I receive it by stepping back and deflecting it to the side, on the left side. And then a Yokomen Uchi comes to my right side, I deflect it to the right side. And then a Yokomen Uchi comes on the other side, this side, and I respond with a Shomen. So let's do that again. So it seems to be very simple, but there are some minor movements in this kata. So stepping forward to make the opening, 1. Stepping back, deflection on the left side, deflect the Yokomen on the right side, finish Shomen in the middle. And Uchitachi's role in Kumitachi number 6 is as Ukitachi steps forward, Uchitachi steps back into Wakikamai. And like I said, there's this upwards cutting motion, stepping forward, protecting the head, and then responding to the deflection, making the Yokomen. There's another deflection from Ukitachi and Yokomen on the other side. Do that, so it goes lifting together at the same time, stepping back, Wakikamai, forwards, cutting up, Yokomen, Yokomen. So I hope you found it useful to follow those Kumitachi. Of course, there are many variations in the Aikido world of the Aikiken, and this is a version that I learned. Found it very useful for them to change my posture and to cut together with the step in different directions and to be flexible in my movement. So it seems to be a very useful exercise to practice to prepare your Aikido. So next I'll show you a demonstration of Kumitachi 1 to 6 with videos merged of the 2 roles, Ukitachi, Uchitachi.